Hey everybody, it's me, Jen Wyatt, and today I'm going to be talking about how to create business independence. So, the first thing you want to kind of check yourself in is that you're building a business to build a business, not just create freedom. Now, this can sound a little bit backwards or anti messaging of some of the coaches that are out there, saying you want independence, you want freedom, you want this and that. And that's really well and good. It's a really good goal to want to build more free time, to be able to build only working 20 hours a week. There's a lot of different ways that you can define your success in freedom. But to simply build a business because you want more time off, or you don't want to deal with the boss, or you don't want to deal with things, if you know what I'm saying, is a really bad reason to go into business. And you're setting yourself up for failure, frustration, and a whole lot of work that you don't necessarily have to do. So the first thing you want to do really is check in with yourself and say, what are my reasons for building this business? Is it because I want to spend more time with my family? Or is it because I have something I want to share with the world that I think will help someone else, and an extra result will be to have more time with my family? So really think about that, because we can build a lot of things for a lot of reasons. But if your primary reason is more time off, then being an entrepreneur is simply not for you. And I say that not to discourage you, but to encourage you that it's a lot of work, and it could take time and effort to set your business up before you start really seeing a profit. And I know that there's a lot of people that preach and teach, your first 10K month and your first whatever, but I know from personal experience that unless you have a really, really great idea and a market that's really ready for you, then that isn't possible even in 30 days unless you've done all that research and you've done all that legwork. So again, they're not being realistic when they say that you can do this. And I'm all for being challenged on this. I'm all for someone proving me wrong. But if you listen to any business expert or any entrepreneur that's been in business a really long time, they really say the same thing that you hear Mark Cuban say, and that is, it took me 10 years to be an overnight success. So really check yourself. If you're simply just wanting to have something easy to do for more free time in your day, then starting a business isn't for you. Find out something else that might suit you better in that arena. But again, that is not how you build in business independence. The second thing is you need to know and have the right foundation. And this could take a little bit of work, because there's a lot of education and training that you can get on how to build a business, build a business this way, that way. Everyone has their own style and flavor, and they're really just teaching you what has worked for them. And that's really great, because we want to learn from people who have been there, done that, and have the experience with the things that we're trying to do. But we also have to keep in mind that their style of business, their model of business may not necessarily work for us because of our personality, because of the time, because of our background, our expertise, because of the market, the people that we're serving. So there's so many things that you have to think about when building a business, especially when you're first starting out and you're setting up your foundation. So, and all the foundations really in business models are all kinds of things, and they could be any flavor of what you want, depending on how you want to serve your community and how you want to deliver your service, whether that's in a one-on-one capacity, either coaching, consulting, or business to business, or are you reaching people? Are you how are you delivering this? Are you doing it in a group? Are you doing it online? Are you doing a combination? Again, I don't want to overwhelm you with all the choices, but there's a lot of choices and varieties and ways that we can build business. And the more we run a business that suits our personality, the more independence we'll have and the more freedom we'll have, because we're building a business that's uniquely us and built on how we want to serve people, coupled with how we're solving a problem. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, leave me a comment or give me a thumbs up. It'd be great to know. But moving on to the next one is my favorite one, because I spend a lot of time talking to people about this very subject, and that is to trust in your leadership abilities. If you trust in yourself and how you're able to lead your business and your company and your team, even if you don't have a team yet, even if you're just working with one-off VAs, or you're working with a variety of different people, or even if it's just you, trust in your ability to lead, because if we're able to lead ourselves, we're able to lead others. And I firmly believe that every person has the ability to lead others. It's just a matter of whether it's been activated or whether they've had the time or the experience to really dive into what that looks like for you. So trust in your leadership abilities, because when you trust in your leadership abilities, you're able to delegate more. You're able to make the right hires. You're able to have confidence in your message and what you're saying. Your business has more confidence because you have more confidence. And it really just compiles on one another. And then after you're able to delegate, then to start delegating more than you think that you should, because what happens, and when you trust your leadership and your leadership of others and being able to communicate how you want things done and how you want things set up, then it creates more freedom, more independence for you to be able to do the things that you really want to do in your business, like planning content or creating that next big course, or actually spending time working with your clients, or getting out and finding out what people need and doing your market research. There's all kinds of ways that as CEOs, we are able to spend our time and should be spending our time. And it really isn't in being bogged down in the details and the admin and all those things that I hear a lot of people say that they don't like to do. So I hope this makes sense. I'm going to recap, and then I'm going to give you one thing to do, one action step today. And so what I've gone through is in creating business independence is to recognize that you are building a business to build a business, not just to create free time for yourself. Number 2, have the right foundation. Really decide for you what works for you, your personality, your services, and the solutions that you are giving to people. Find out what that right foundation is for you, because it will be unique to you and not necessarily what someone tells you you should be doing. Again, we got to let go of the shoulds, and if I say should a lot, then just leave a comment and I will work on removing that from the things that I say, because should never should isn't what we should be building our businesses on. We should be building our business to deliver that perfect, that thing that we need to give to the world, and that's what we should be building our business on. All right, and number 3, trust your leadership abilities. Trust. If you don't feel like you can trust your leadership abilities, then read a book, then find a podcast that talks about leadership, because you have it in you. You just need to have the right motivation. You need to have the right encouragement to be able to step out and really fully trust that you can lead your company the way that you want to, the way that you need to, in order to deliver your unique message. I hope this has helped. I want to leave you today with one action step, and that action step is to think about these things that I said and identify a way that you have been holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back because you're upset about spending time in your business, because you really thought your business should be more about time freedom for doing other things. Is that holding you back? Are you struggling with your foundation, how you're building your business, and the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis? Or do you simply need more confidence in your leadership? So your action step is to take one of these things, identify it, spend some time journaling about it. Leave your journal in the comments if you like, or you can email me at jen@jenwyattmba.com. I'd love to hear from you, and I will look forward to talking to you next time.